Hello, I hope you can all hear me. Yep. Oh, wow. Lucky number 13. And I'm not sure after all that. I've got a big challenge to actually try and explain some of the work we do in Auckland Transport in a very short period of time, so I'll try my best and focus on the work that we do, particularly in community transport. You've all heard of Auckland Transport, and we've heard some stories here today about the importance of engaging with our communities. Obviously Auckland Transport looks after public transport networks, we look after the roading network, we work very closely with NZTA, we look after the state highway network, Kiwi Rail to keep our rail and trains moving, and also looking after our town centres, enabling some of the growth that some of the presenters have already talked about, working with each other and also trying to work with our communities to improve transport and getting people where they want to go more efficiently, more effectively, and also to move around how they want to. So we do this through a number of mechanisms, through community consultation. So some of you might have been involved in some of the work we've been doing on the Integrated Transport Plan, the bigger picture, very similar to Melbourne, but we've got a picture for our transport. We also work through our local boards, and they're very important for us to get some of that feedback through the work we do. We work a lot with our advocacy groups and with our community groups to ensure the work that we're doing is engaging, it's hitting the right level, involving what we need to do to make things work better for us. We work with businesses, business associations, schools, community groups, and a range of mechanisms. So today I'm going to really focus on some of the key things that we do in community transport. We're working with the communities, with schools, businesses, to actually look at ways we can improve transport options and travelling across Auckland. One of the key drivers for us is road safety. We have a number of mechanisms to improve road safety. Engineering, so that's, I suppose, the boring stuff in some ways, getting our roads more safely. Improving pedestrian capabilities, making sure people can access places they need to go safely. There's a lot of work we've been doing, engaging more with communities. We've got a number of projects, some of those including livable streets, for instance, in Point England. We've just got a new project underway in Mungary, which is looking at involving the community in designing our streets to enable more walking and cycling, have less emphasis on the car, which only clogs up our street, increases air pollution, noise pollution, and actually reduces some of that community value that we're all looking for. We also run a number of road safety campaigns, and you'll see some of those around the place, so new ones around distraction. Road safety education and driver awareness is really important for us. There's so many people involved in car accidents, and that actually reduces your ability, or everybody's ability, to move around our streets or feel safe moving around our communities. So it's a real focus for us. And we work with community groups to do that. Some examples of that would be engaging with the Chinese community, with new settlers, with universities, with their younger students, or not younger students, but younger people, and also with Plunkett to ensure that even our youngest people are actually safe in the cars that they travel in. We also obviously work very closely with our engineers to make sure that we can make improvements on the roads that we service as well. One of our key drivers is safer schools and travel-wise schools. So we have around 321 of the 550 odd schools in Auckland already on the Travel-Wise programme. And the idea around Travel-Wise is engaging schools and school kids in particular to think about their travel to school. The Mayor is very keen that we actually look at congestion, and schools make up around 40% of those school travel to work trips, or travel in the morning peak trips, so that 40% of school trips make up that proportion. So we have a focus on trying to get kids to think about their way to travel to school. We don't want everybody driving to school. We want people to think about, can they walk, can they cycle, can they band together to get to school more effectively. The Walking School Bus programme has been hugely successful. We have around 300 walking school buses. It's a great way with volunteers in our community, parents, grandparents, being involved with their kids of all ages, getting them to school, creating some of that social vibe. Also, we're led by our students as well. There's been a great upsurgence in cycling and the need for cycle skills. Really interest from our kids wanting to get out on their bikes, but doing so safely. And one of our recent trends has been about a 7% increase in those that want a scooter. And one of our key programs is looking at how we can get scooters more safely around the place. And so scootering and taking, I suppose, a lead from our kids to where we want to improve their journey to school and what they want to do around the place to keep them active and healthy. reduce some of that obesity that's coming in and actually making the communities more vibrant. And one of those is around that road safety element and safety around schools and slowing down around schools. We work very closely with the New Zealand Police, not only in enforcement and this messages, but also with their community policing around road safety messages. And the Slow Down Around Schools project is around getting the students to talk to those people on the roads, making them slow down and realise the impact they're having on crash statistics. In terms of actually, the implications of them speeding and the implications that means for kids trying to cross the road and get to school safely. Another big area for us is walking and cycling. There's a lot of work being going on in our local communities, and some of you may have seen that over the summer period in particular. We have around 60-odd plus events going on, be it guided bike rides, be it carnival events, or working with our colleagues in Auckland Council to deliver events in parks. We want to improve ability to walk around your community. We've got infrastructure going in, and we've just introducing our new cycle business plan. So that looks at ways we can improve cycling in our communities, but also across our communities, linking communities through mostly segregated off-road paths, but also some on-road for commuters, but also working particularly with our councils and local boards around the Greenways initiative, improving linkages through our parks, on-road local roads, to get people out and about, so you don't have to get in your car with your bike and pack up all the kids, go to your local park and unpack, go for your cycle ride and come home, but you can do it from your door. And also we work with our businesses. We have around 300,000 employees and students on our commute programme. And this is about reducing congestion at peak hours by looking at other ways we get to work. So public transport is a huge emphasis at the moment. Lots of people have the option now with frequent public transport, but it's not always the option for everyone. We've got carpooling, and the Kiwi Carpool Week's coming up very shortly. And some of the feedback we've had is obviously people want to carpool to save money, save the environment, but also it's a social mechanism, especially for some of our outlying communities. Getting to know people when you first move into an area through carpooling has been a real bonus for a lot of people, and some of the messages we get back really support that as well. Obviously wanting to encourage walking and cycling, and also look at other methods of working. And also that's leading into our work with communities. And we're running a personalised journey planning programme. So we're currently engaged in that in Newmarket, and we just finished off a project in Beach Haven, looking at giving people transport options, learning also from the community where we need to make improvements, be they on the ground, new infrastructure, or just simple things, well, relatively simple things. You think about signage, information, when the bus services run, and providing that feedback. And again, connecting communities by bringing them together into events. So that's a programme we want to run into the future. So really, that's a really big whistle-stop tour around the work we do in community transport. Again, like all the others, people here, I'm quite happy to take comments and questions coming back. But please look on our various websites, find out more information.